welcome back to the channel. My name is Vissa, and today we are going to play with some crayons. We are going to see, out of several different items, what will blend them out the best. Now I have several different sets of crayons, but the ones that I think that I will like the best for this is the confetti crayons, because they have I think they would be good for backgrounds, because they have several different colors within one crayon, and I have swatched those out here, but I also have the set of the pearl here that we're going to play with as well. So this here is the swatch sheet of the confetti. And I'm not sure how well you can see that, but each crayon has at least 2 to 3 colors mixed in one. And I have started playing around with them a little bit. I've tried 6 different ways to blend them. This first column is blending them by going over them with a white crayon. And then the next one is with the Caran d'Ache Full Blender. I wanted to see if that would do anything for it. And as you can see, that does smooth it out pretty well. And then I also used Vaseline, an alcohol colorless blender, coconut oil, and then the last column is with baby oil. Now this middle row here, I've left it undone, and so I can show you each one and how it does. In the bottom 2 rows, I decided to try the pearl, so that's what these are. And I haven't fully done each, I haven't used each one of the ways of blending on those yet either. So let me zoom you in just a little bit and we'll get started. Okay, so we're gonna go here, and first we'll go over it with just a regular white crayon. This one is from the 120 set, I believe. But we'll just go over top of that with kind of hard pressure in a circular motion. And it does kind of smooth that out a little bit. I've also found that it works a little better if you go over top the opposite way that you laid the original color down. So, and the same with the full blender. I found that works best sometimes too. So we'll go over this with the Caran d'Ache Full Blender. Again, just kind of, well, it's more oval than circular, because I'm trying to get it done a little quicker. If I was doing this on a background, I would take my time with it a little bit more, but just want to go through these, and then that way we can move on to putting it on an actual page and seeing how it does. So next will be with Vaseline, and I just have this here, the Walmart brand, and the way I did this was, okay, that one was coconut oil. I just took one of these little blending stumps or tortillon and dip it into the Vaseline. Just get a little bit on there till it looks like it's a little damp. And then I'll go over top of this one here. Now with the first 2 methods, it seems to have muted the color a little bit with the Vaseline. It does a little as well, but not as much. There's that one. I don't know how well you can see the difference in these from these over here that haven't had anything done to them yet, but it does make it smooth and takes away some of the white of the paper that's showing through. Now I'm sure if you did, because this is just one layer of the crayon, if you did multiple layers it might work even better, and we may try that down at the bottom when we get done with this. Okay, and then let me go ahead, while we have the Vaseline open, I'm going to go ahead and do the two pearl colors and see how well they do with the Vaseline. Now with the pearl, they're supposed to be kind of pearlescent, but I don't see, in my honest opinion, a whole lot of difference when it's on the paper, even before I blend it. There's that one. I mean, it's got a little bit of shine to it, but not a whole lot more than the regular crayons do. And we'll go over the blue down here too. It does break it down and make it blend out a little easier. The Vaseline definitely seems to work a little better than the white crayon or the full blender. Excuse me, sorry. So next we will try with our colorless alcohol blender, and this is just from my Touch New alcohol marker set. And I'm going to use the chisel end, go right here. Then we'll do the pink. Just cleaning off my marker after each color so I don't transfer, hopefully. As you can see, even the colorless blender helps to break that down and make it smoother than it would be if when you just first put it on the page. Okay, and now our next thing we're going to try is coconut oil. So just like we did with the Vaseline, well, if I can get it back open, sorry. Okay. And then again, another paper stump. This is a different one, but in the same way. Try to get this where you can see what I'm doing. I just dip it down in there, kind of move it around for a minute until it looks like the tip has gotten a little moistened. The only thing with this is a lot of times you do get some like little chunks on the, come off onto the tip. I just try to wipe those on the side of the jar. And for anyone who might not know, if you want to get coconut oil and try it yourself, you can find this in your grocery store where the other types of oil are, like your vegetable oil, olive oil, all of those items. Okay, so I got that a little damp, and now we are going to do this one here. Again, I'm going to go the opposite direction from what I laid the crayon on the paper. So I found that that seemed to work a little better for me when I was doing this on my own. Because you could do this with any crayons. I just happen to like the way the confetti looked because it has the multiple colors in each one. Get that a little damp again, and we'll move down and do these pearl colors down here. I think I actually like the coconut oil best for the pearl. It has It definitely seems to have that pearlescent look. I don't know if you can see it on camera or not, but this one seems to have it more so than any of the others that than using any of the other methods that we've used so far. So dip that back in the coconut oil. And go over the blue. I definitely do like the coconut oil, at least so far. We haven't tried the baby oil yet, but at least so far with the pearlescent ones, I like the coconut oil the best. Which I like it for the others as well. But for the others, I think most of the different methods, I mean, they work to some degree, so I think it just would depend on what look you were going for as to which one you might want to try to use. But okay, and last but not least, we are going to use our baby oil. Now the only thing I will say is now definitely if you're going to use the alcohol blender, I wouldn't use it in an actual coloring book unless they are single-sided images and you put a blotter page underneath, because this is an alcohol blender, so it probably will go through the paper. And then like the baby oil, coconut oil, and Vaseline, I haven't tried it in an actual book, so I would probably be careful and maybe just try to stick to single-sided pages. At least until you know how it's going to react. Okay, so now for these last 3 here, for the baby oil, I'm going to use this other paper stump here, and again, I have a little, where I put my baby oil? I have just this thing of baby oil here that came from the Dollar General. And I have a little ramekin that I keep on my desk, and I just poured a little tiny bit of the baby oil into my ramekin, and looks like my cat was going across my desk. Okay, sorry about that. Okay, so we'll just dip this in here until it gets a little wet. Or a whole lot wet, like I did. But okay. This time you can see what I'm doing. I didn't realize that was underneath. Put this over here. Okay. Alright. And again, I'm going to go the opposite direction. Just push kind of hard and go in like circular motions. And it does work pretty nicely. Try this. Oh no. Should have got a different blender. Paper stump, I mean, for the other colors. Okay, there's the pink pearl color. I'm going to try the other end of this for the blue. Okay. And there we go. Now, as you can see, at least from the two bottom rows with the pearl essence, or at least I hope you can see, it seems that they did do best with either coconut oil or baby oil. But you can achieve a smoother effect with any of these methods. So now what we're going to do is we're going to take a few crayons and let me zoom back out for a second. Okay. We're going to take pick out a few colors, and we are going to do the background parts of some of these squares here and try out our different methods of blending. This page is from Tabby's Tangled Art Presents Midnight Coloring Collection by Tabitha Barnett. So this is an Amazon printed book. This is on Amazon Create Space paper. So we are going to see how it does on this kind of paper. So, see here, the confetti crayons. I think we will go for, I really like that party fish. These have some cute names on them too, by the way. Let me see if I can find it here. Crayola. Well, here, we'll just do Flamingo Festival for now, because I really like that one as well. So we'll just do this one for the first one, and we'll just go up here, and we'll color in as best I can, without hopefully getting it on everything. This square here. And of course, I mean, you wouldn't have to just stick to using these for backgrounds. If you wanted to use these for the main elements on your page, I'm sure you could probably do that as well, and I know that would be beautiful. Okay. Alright, and now let's pick another one. I'm just going to grab some random ones here. Birthday, child. What this is? Yeah. On this, I'm just going to go on this outside edge. And actually, though, since this is such a tiny little area, we probably won't do all the squares on the page anyway, but Since it's such a tiny area, we'll fill the hearts in with this as well. Right. And then, let's see. Summertime. Let's see. Whoops. Trying not to not to go over everything here. All right. Now let's see here. Meteor shower. Is that? That one's got some brown in it. Let's pick a different one here. Pool party. We'll do that one. This square. I think I'll do about 5 or 6 of these. Well, no, we use 6 different things to blend with, so at least 6 different squares, and each one will use a different method to blend, and we'll see how it actually does on the paper. So that's the plan, and then we'll check the back of the page, and if we can't, well, it might be black. No, it's not. Okay, good. We'll check the back of the page when we're done and see what, if any, made it do any ghosting or bleeding through. Okay, and then we will grab well, oh, and I'll do a couple with the pearl too. I've just been doing these so far. Okay, we'll do mermaid pageant. I'll just do this one here. This one has some like greens and orangey shades in it. Actually, this might be one of the ones I used on the page where I was testing things. I think it is. Alright. Alrighty. Now let me grab a couple of the pearl. So do a green. This one. So this is Apple Orchard. One thing I like about crayons is that you can cover the page pretty quickly. So that's part of why I wanted to see if this could be done. I like to find really quick and easy, but really pretty well, I can't find my words today. Again, different things that I can use on a background that would be quick and easy, but pretty and look really nice. And not take a whole lot of, you know, special anything to be able to do. Okay, and I think we'll just do this one here, and then we will start blending these. Of course, you could also, especially if you're going to use them on a big background, you could also blend multiple colors together, do like a gradient type effect, and then blend it out with one of these items. I'm sure that would be beautiful as well. So I think for the white crayon, I think we're just going to go over this purple one here with the white. Let me zoom you back in just a little bit. Alright, right there. And then this way. And this way. Whoops, I went over onto the black. Oops, did not mean to do that. These hearts. Give me 1 second, guys. Okay. Okay. And okay, so that is blending it out with a white crayon. You can see that. I did pretty well. Alright, next we'll use the Caran d'Ache Full Blender, and I think we'll do this one over here. Now, the little swatches that we were blending a while ago, that was on the Nina Bright White cardstock. And this, like I said, is on an Amazon printed book on Create Space paper. And I have to say, at least with these first two methods of blending, I think it's doing a lot better on this Amazon Create Space paper than it did on the cardstock. So, which might be something to keep in mind too when you are trying to decide which way you want to blend that. There's that one, which hopefully you can see. I'm trying not to get it blurry, but you can really see that. And see, I like how you can see the different colors speckled through there. I think that would make a really pretty background. Okay, now we are going to use the Vaseline next, and I think we'll do it down here on this little green guy. Okay. Me piece of paper towel. Trying to make sure no more colors coming off of this thing. Okay. Okay. Make sure you can see what I'm doing. I'm just gonna go over this. And as best I can. There we go. That was the pearl crayon using Vaseline. I think that one came out pretty well too. Alright. So now, let's see. Where is coconut oil? I think, let's see. I have one of these bigger stumps that I have not used yet, so that's what I'm going to use. Just stick it in my coconut oil, give it a little twist until it looks like it's a little damp. Okay. And we will do this first square here. With these bigger spaces, of course, you may need to dip your paper stump in there several times. I'm just trying to use a piece of paper towel and get the color off the end before I stick it back in there. Okay, now I'm pushing kind of hard and going in circular motions. Just sit here one more time. Okay. If you can, maybe can see the difference here. If I don't make you blurry. This side has not been blended yet, and this side has. It's a lot smoother, at least in my opinion. Yeah. Maybe you can see a little better now. So, alright, that's it for the coconut oil. You can see that, and it does look like it has streaks, but that's where these are the confetti crayons, and it has the different colors in the one, inside the one crayon, so that's why that looks like that. But I kind of like the effect that that can give sometimes. Alright, now we need to use baby oil and alcohol blender. So I think we'll use the alcohol blender. Sorry for all the readjusting, guys, but we'll use the alcohol blender on this one. So it may be easier for me to get in all those little tight spaces with this blender. Again, I'm not super hard, but I'm pressing a little harder and going in circular motions. I'm accidentally going over the lines a little bit, trying to get this done kind of quickly. Again, if I was doing this on an actual, like, not, if I was doing this for any other reason than to make a video and show you guys how this works, I would be taking my time a little bit more with this so that I don't do that, but as much. But okay. There's that one. Hopefully you can see that blended that out rather nicely on there. Turn off my marker before I put the cap back on it. Okay. Alright, and now we've got 2 squares left, and I think we will do the red first with our Vaseline. Let's see. I'm just going to use this little one here because it doesn't have any color on this one end. I'm just going to dip it in there, get it wet, and then I'm going to go into this one here. This is the other pearl color that we used. Okay. A little bit more baby oil on there. Turn this just a little bit. Sorry, y'all. Right. All right. And that is that one. Again, it's nice and smooth. No more white of the paper. All right, and lastly, what should we do for this one? I think we'll just use the marker again. Okay. Seemed to work pretty well on the other one. I'm definitely going to be trying this on some of my pages, especially my Amazon printed books. I think after seeing how it's worked on this paper today, I think that would be the best, or would get better results than the I mean, it can clearly be done on cardstock too, but I think that we achieved some better results on this Create Space paper. Alright, let's zoom you back out a little bit, and we will take a look at the back of the page and see if anything ghosted or bled through. Aha, yes, okay. So this one here, and that was the baby oil. So definitely be careful using baby oil, and I would only recommend using it if you're going to cut the page from the book, like I did this here, or use cardstock. So even the alcohol blender doesn't seem to have went through the page at all, but that baby oil sure did. And maybe that was me. Maybe I had a little too much on my paper stump. So you could always test it out, like on a color test page in the book or something, and just see how it does. But yeah, and you can kind of see a faint color of this, but this one here is the one that we use the alcohol marker on also, so that none of the rest are showing through or anything really. So yeah, that's it. But again, I would definitely recommend only doing these techniques on other than the full blender or the white crayon. These would be fine probably to do on double-sided images, but any of the other techniques here that we've looked at today, I would only recommend doing them on single-sided images. But yeah, I think that's it. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you decide to try this out on your own, please leave me a comment down below and let me know, which methods of blending you chose to use and what kind of results you were able to get, and if you liked it or not. But yeah, if you like this video, please also like, comment, and please consider subscribing if you haven't already. And I will see you in the next one. Until then, stay safe and happy coloring. Bye, guys.